Okay, so this is just even better because you're still going and I can stalk from afar. So this makes it 100 times better. Anyways, so yeah, here we go. Um, so first of all, you probably didn't get the memo that, unlike you, my journal entries were not put on Periscope with my consent. But then again, you haven't been around in a very long time. You're apparently in rehab, and then the next time I see you, you're at a casino drunk. So go figure. Um, and again, I don't stalk you. You put up your own Periscope feeds. So anybody here who is that big of a fucking baby to say I'm being stalked. No, you're putting your own shit up. No, you're asking people for money to have your ships, all of your shit. What is it? Is being shipped from Colorado to wherever the fuck you are now. So, I mean, don't act like, you know, people don't know what's going on. I don't think, at least to my knowledge, my Cash App, I don't have a Cash App or a Venmo here asking people for money, for anything. And I wouldn't, even if I did need it, because there's something called being humble. I mean, the people that I'm close to, yeah, that I know, I would ask for it, but I'm not just gonna ask random fucking strangers on Periscope for that kind of shit. And secondly, you were what? You were crying and acting like you were sad that you were gonna dox me or whatever because you thought you were going to get in trouble. And then this, really? And the fact that you want to come after my fiance, who's done absolutely nothing to you except say that he thinks you have a lot of mental health problems and he felt sorry for you. I mean, literally, my fiance has said nothing other than the girl probably has a lot of mental health problems and we should pray for her and be kind to her. That's the only thing he has ever said. Never once has he said anything disparaging about you, rude, or anything that would be construed as very hurtful. So for you to think that any of these people aren't stalking you is fucking hilarious, because I'm walking into other people's scopes and I swear to Christ they're taking bets on how long you're going to be able to stay in that house without being kicked out, because your shit apparently is strewn from one place to the next, and the lady that you're living with doesn't want you scoping there. So I mean, I didn't just pull these scopes out of my ass. They're all over the place. They're literally all over. I can't get onto Periscope without seeing a scope saying how long do you think it's gonna take her to stay in the house, or how. I mean, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And for you to see that that's stalking, I can't even help it because it's up there. How you're not seeing this, I don't know. Maybe you're just blocking it out. But then the most hilarious thing is for you to say you're a godly woman and that you're watching these religious shows on the television at night, but then you're coming on Periscope and you're taking pot shots at people that have done absolutely nothing to you. So I'm sitting in your scope. I have not said one damned word to you at all. Nothing. I haven't said anything. I'm not judging you. I don't care where you live. I don't care what your circumstances are. Hell, everybody has bad circumstances, right? I don't care. I don't care about how long you're living there or how you got there or who paid for you to get there or whatever. But you're watching this religious television and then you're telling people to join and watching your godly television. Well, it doesn't seem like the godly television is getting you anywhere, really. I mean, because if I'm watching something that's supposed to be religious and uplifting, am I going to get on Periscope the next day and then start bashing the shit out of people? Probably not. And so, when I say that I can't believe people cannot see with their own eyes that this woman is a con artist, and I'm saying con artist to the very extent, it just really, really fucking floors me. I mean, it's not just Donna. I'm not just saying it's just Donna out there. I'm saying that there's lots of people that have used Periscope as a tool to get money, to get flights, to get hotels, to get whatever they need from people. And I was talking to somebody on Scope earlier saying some people can do it quickly, some people can't. I mean, it just depends on who the person is. But what I'm getting at is, I've never sat there and said, hey, look, I feel this way or the other way about people doing this. I'm not going to participate in it because I know what it is. I know for a fact that this person is looking to get money and that's all it is. And if you think that her, you coming in there and her acting all sweet and kind to you is because she truly wants to act that way, then you go on believing that because she really likes that money being in her cash app. And hi Lulu. I was in Donna's scope and apparently there's some girl named Jody. She's a troll and she made it known that I was in the scope, and so Donna, I don't know, she again, I don't think things are all right. Believes that I'm in there to she isn't a troll. Well, there's two Jodies. There's a Jody who I've seen many a time who isn't a troll that I've talked to, and then there's a Jody with an extra like IIEE that I think is a troll. Anyway, so this Jody was in Donna's scope and made it okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't understand why. I'm not even friendly with her. So, yeah, there are two Jodies. There's one who's really nice and then there's another one who I think is a troll. So, anyways, I go in and I'm silent because I'm not gonna say anything. I don't judge Donna or what she's doing. I don't even give two fucks. I mean, I really don't. I've seen people say horrendous things about, how long she's gonna be staying in this in this woman's house and I'm not gonna say who scoped her the other day, but a guy scoped her. And basically, people half of the people that are in her scope right now were in his scope laughing at the fact that she was basically being told that she was gonna have to make other arrangements to leave that house after day two. So I'm just stating that, if she really thinks I'm, the person that she needs to watch out for, it's really the majority of people that are in her scope. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I don't go into people's scopes looking to start trouble. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just in there just like anyone else, just watching. And so, if somebody makes the broadcaster aware that I'm in there and wants to start shit, that's up to them to do so. And they're doing so to, yeah, we do. We do. But this is the thing with Donna Lulu is that this woman tried to dox me before she left Scope. So she did this doxing and then yeah, no, I agree. I agree. But imagine, Lulu, that you were gonna be doxxed by this person, and then did this half-hearted apology, and then they did this. So yeah, I mean, and then she was going on and on about the fact that we both journal. Would I psychoanalyze her? She wanted me to psychoanalyze her, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, why on God's green earth would I do that? I'm sure you have doctors and stuff like that. That's not necessary. And so it's just kind of strange to me that I feel like a whole audience that's in there. It's really interesting when you take a look back at what Periscope can do, because you've got a whole audience in there who goes into other people's scopes. Yeah, no, I'm very much aware. And but what I'm trying to get at is like that almost all of those people I saw in another scope, where this individual was talking about how long will it be before she is out of that home. And then somebody made the comment that she was drinking with an underage child. I never saw that, so I didn't make any comment on it because I didn't see it. If I don't see something, then I'm not going to comment on it. It's not my business. But just like Donna doesn't need to be commenting on anything that didn't happen when she wasn't here. So for her, yeah, well, I don't think she would either. That's why I didn't make any sort of a comment. I was like, well, people will say what they're gonna say. And trust me, people have said horrible things about Donna, and and I guess she's not aware, she didn't get the memo, but I've stood up for her and said, like, hey, you probably shouldn't be saying that about Donna. She's not here. She's not here to defend herself. So, I don't know if she didn't get the memo that, I have been one of the people that have said, like, hey, don't talk shit about her, or don't say this, don't say that. Because I kind of felt it was unfair if she was in a facility or something like that, for people to say horrible things about her. I don't think that's right. But at the same time, you're gonna come back here and you're gonna act like that. And then secondly, the thing that really is grating to me is that I see her put up this scope about how she needs to find God again. Well, if you're finding God again, you're not going to be making comments like the ones that she just made. There's no way in hell. This is why I call bullshit on the fact that this person is a godly individual. Because if you believe in Christ, if you believe in Jesus Christ, if you believe in the word, which she says that she does, she's not going to be getting on Periscope doing any of this kind of stuff. She's just not, because people who are religious and people who do believe that you should treat other people with respect. And again, I'm going to be very honest about what my fiance has said about Donna. He has stated in the past, and this is even when she was doxing, was, hey Katie, I don't think this girl is all that well. Maybe we should just let it be. He felt sorry for her. He thought she was really down on her luck because she was in a hotel and such. And so we just kind of let it go. Neither one of us really thought much of it. And so, I just kind of felt like at that time, there was no reason for me to start saying horrendous stuff. And Lulu, I agree with you. I think it really is time for people to be kind to each other because scope is coming to an end. So, I mean, there's no reason to be rude. There really isn't a reason to be rude. There isn't a reason to greet people into a room. If I want to say hello to people, I'm gonna say hello. I mean, it depends on who I see in there that I want to say hello to, right? So, Lulu, I don't know. Yeah, there's a few weeks left. Yeah, you're correct. And I mean, I don't know, Lulu, if you've ever been through this, but like, and I'm sure you probably have, but you go into a room and you're kind of like, you want your anonymity, right? Like you don't want anybody to know that you're there. You just want to walk in because you're just going in just like anyone else to watch it. I'm not there to say anything about anybody or what they're doing or how they're living their life. It's not my business. Um, so, but then you've got people that will announce that you're in the room. And so my whole thing is don't announce somebody's in the room. You don't need to do that. There's no real reason to do that other than to start chaos and drama between people. So, I always have to wonder about those people that have to state or have to pay a lot of attention to who's coming in and out of the room. Yeah, yeah, no, I was thinking it probably happened with you too. I think it happens with a lot of people. So, and I just kind of feel like it's unnecessary. So, and again, this is the thing. I have spent, and I think people can vouch for this, probably at least 3 months, 4 months, however long Donna hasn't been on scope, saying, hey, don't talk about Donna, she's not here, blah blah blah. So for her to act like I'm in any way trying to stalk her or get into her life, I wouldn't have even known where she originated from or was from until somebody said she boarded a flight from Colorado to, I thought it was Florida, but then someone else said no, it was South Carolina. And I was like, well, I don't even care at this point. Like, it's not really my business where she's going. And then people were saying that everybody on Periscope was fooled because they put in money and that she had raised over $1,500 for this trip. I don't know if people realize how much money that is, but I think it was this is back in, well, mind you, this is back in 18. There's inflation now, but like, back in 18, I took a trip to the East Coast for 12 days for $1,500. So that's quite a bit of money to travel on. If you're living with someone else and you're eating their food and you're not going out and eating all the time, it is quite a bit of money to raise. So, what I'm saying is that, if you're a godly person, you're guiding people to watch you feel like you've been so out of touch with God, that you need to insist that people on Periscope watch these godly feeds on television with you or whatever you're streaming. I think it was being streamed. I don't think it's anything she was watching on television. I think it was something that was being streamed that was because she couldn't get to a church quick enough or something to that effect. Like she couldn't lift it to a church or something. Or Uber it to a church. Well, my thing is, most churches, most pastors, most rabbis, most deacons, most priests will tell you that gossip isn't a good thing, that talking about other people isn't a good thing, that bashing other people isn't a good thing. And I mean, that's if you are a very religious person, which she puts herself out to be as this very, very religious person. So I'm just curious to know, why are you doing that? So last night, there's this, apparently there's this, what would you call it? A scope about her, I guess deciding to get closer to God, which I think is a good thing. And then boom, this happens today. And for the record, Donna, if you do see this, I'm in no way, and I've never been in any way stalking you. I wouldn't have even known where you were from had somebody said that they weren't sending you a plane ticket. So I didn't even know where you were located when you were in the hotel. So you have to understand how new I was to Scope at that time. I wasn't even on Scope more than 3 months before you started in. So, and if it were me, and this is just me, because Scope is coming to an end, and I think somebody just mentioned that. And I've talked about the damage. I've done damage. Everybody's done damage. Let's talk about the damage that we've done on Scope and the things that maybe we could have done better or the people we could have treated kinder, or things to that effect. Why go down that road again? Why take the low road? Especially when you're stating that you're trying to take the high road by getting involved in a church and becoming this godly woman who isn't going to judge others, because part of the Bible does preach that, right? That you're not supposed to judge other people and you're not supposed to gossip. That is part of the Bible. It's a good hunk of the Bible. So I don't know which Bible you're reading, if it's a different Bible than I'm reading, but I'm just letting you know that it's very contradictory. So yeah, I mean, that's just my statement there. And, again, I really don't understand it. And I don't understand why people will continue to throw money at people when they, um, they don't ever change. At least I don't see any change. And they continue the same behaviors over and over and over again. And I know for a fact that there are people, legitimate people on Periscope that need the money, that are going through really rough times. They don't have it in them to say, I need the money. I mean, there are people that I speak to personally that are going through really, really tough times, and they would need that kind of money. And then you've got somebody like this who apparently thinks that it's okay to keep being what I would consider, abusive, in a sense, talking about people that she doesn't even know. And like I stated, my fiance's never been anything but nice to her. If she even knew how kind he was to her, and the fact that, that she has said these really horrible things because other people, and the sad thing is, other people have put this in her mind. It's not like she was clever enough to come up with it herself. People have put this kind of shit in her head, and so she'll just regurgitate it. And so that's why I feel like it is what it is. And I was gonna oh, I'll let you up. Good, how are you?
What's going on? I just watched a little bit of your replay of Donna. What happened?
So I go into Donna's room, and there's some,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
yeah, there's some chick named Jody, and I've seen this girl. I know she's a troll because I don't know her, and
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Jodieoide?
yes, I think.
Yeah, I know who she is. What happened? I know who Jody is.
Okay, so she's saying hello to me. I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't know her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I think she's making it known to Donna that I'm in that room. Now, Donna, basically was partook in, when I was brand new on Periscope, partook in doxing me with
Uh-huh.
Robert Ghostly. Both of them did it together.
Okay, wait. Who
And
doxed you? Who doxed you?
they did it together. Ghostly and Donna did it.
Oh,
And
and that motherfucker's right in here right now. Shit.
yeah, I'm sure he is in her scope. So anyways,
I don't care where he is.
yeah, well,
I
he's
don't really care. I don't care where he is. I don't care where he goes. I don't care if he jerks off the key. I
no,
don't care
no,
what.
no, Jody,
Oh, I
not
thought you were
you,
talking about Robert Ghost.
sweetheart, not you, Jody. I'm not referring to you. I know you're part of GSS.
Oh, you're talking about Jody Die. Her and Donna doxed you.
Yes, yeah, yeah. No, no,
Oh,
no, 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 not no. I'm saying that Robert Ghostly and Donna did it together back when I was
wow,
brand
Rob.
new. Robert Ghostly and
Wow.
Donna when I was brand new. And then Donna acted like she was semi sorry about this and gave a semi half-assed apology. And then she was off of scope. You know this, everyone knows this, for I don't know how long. a pretty long amount of time. And she said she was in rehab. And then the last thing I see, she's drunk in a casino with some guy saying she's getting engaged. Then the next thing I see, she's boarding a flight from wherever she's from to stay with someone else. So I'm always confused. So I could never stay up. She was saying that I was her quote unquote stalker.
Who said that?
I couldn't stalk this woman for the life of me because I don't know where she goes, and I don't know. I mean, she's all over the place. So I mean, that would be absolutely ridiculous. And what I was saying is half of the fucking people in her room, I've seen them in other rooms stating,
Uh-huh.
giggling and laughing and saying like, "Oh, I wonder how long that woman's going to keep her in their house." So half of those fuckers in there know that they what they've done and what they've said. So
Okay,
that's
okay, but let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
uh-huh.
Okay, okay. First, I want to explain something to you, then I want to ask you a question. Okay, people told me things about you that you're evil. I mean, even if I don't mean aren't scandalous and evil. Most definitely, with Bradley not on the mic, you get it with Bradley. I'm not talking aren't scandalous and evil. Most definitely, with Bradley not on the mic. People told me things that you're evil. Um, this is why I got voted off the server because until April 1st because I was sending things to you. I was sending screenshots to you, right? And they were saying things to me about you, how you are, right? And then I'm saying, and then you're telling me things about them. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust. It's so confusing. You know what I'm saying, Katie?
Oh, well, I'm not talking about anybody on anyone's Discord server. I'm talking
I
about
don't know. I
Donna.
know what you're talking about. You're talking about on Scope because the shit that goes on Scope goes over to Discord and then comes back to Scope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's not gonna be like that anymore. This is the thing, Steven, is that once there's no more Periscope, I'd really like to see Discord keep it together because you can't have a Discord server about something that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it
Once
doesn't
per-
matter. Yeah, because it doesn't matter because what goes on there doesn't really matter because I had my account taken down and they did it, and I'm glad.
Well, yeah, you told me about it. I mean, that's up to you. And again, I've never been personally evil to you or tried to be rude to you or been condescending
Yeah, but
or
you know what, Kate. Obviously, Kate, we have talked in the past, right? Okay, and you said we have, right?
yeah.
But okay, I never really knew you until like now, right? And why would Robert Ghostbusters Ghostly and Donna the Dumpster dox you? Why would she do that shit? She's got enough of problems as it is with the alcohol.
I honestly don't know because again, I when Donna was gone, people were talking about her and I was like I don't think
Mhm.
that's very fair cuz she's not here to defend herself. And I think most people would say, like I've said, hey, don't talk about her because she's not here. And and then she starts going in. So she must know what's going or she must have gotten a little bit of what's on Discord because she started talking about my journal entries and she must be friends with that Jules in the Mountains girl. I mean, they must be
Who,
close to
Donna?
each other.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no kidding. Because Jules in the Mountain, the one that showed me those screenshots of those scopes you did on me,
Well,
right? And I
she
want
no, no,
and
no, but Jules in the Mountains also wreaked havoc. She took my Reddit account and made it public on Periscope. So it's not just the fact that she took a couple of I think it might have been one it was one you and I were friendly at the time though, so I didn't think that you would think anything of it. It was
uh-huh.
one yeah, I mean, you and I were friends, so I was like I don't think Steven's going
Well,
to care.
yeah, but let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Of all the years that I've been on Scope, how long have you knew me on Scope? How long have you knew me?
Me do we you I've only been on Scope for 10 months. But in that 10 months, you and I were friendly with each other, so I never thought, "Oh, hey, this is going to upset him." Now,
Yeah, well, yeah,
had
but we
had
weren't.
it
Yeah, but okay. After those 10 months. we weren't talking off a scope like we're doing now. I
No.
mean, yeah. If I want to tell people we're talking on Snap, guess what, everybody? Me and Katie are talking on Snap, just like I talk with Right with me JoJo on Snap. Okay, yeah, I'm entitled to talk with people off scope like I have, you know. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Some
mean,
some people. Oh, hey, Lulu B, what's up? Hey, Lulu. I mean, oh, that see, oh, there's my favorite girl right there, Lulu B, my
Lulu,
girl.
maybe Lulu. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I have
Lulu
to
B.
say
That's the one
Lulu.
I used to
Maybe you want to
talk with
hide
on the
yourself
phone.
in here. But
Yep, yep. That's the one I used to talk with on the phone. But let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Some people on here I talk with on the phone, but most of them I'll talk with on Snap or email. But I'm not gonna. Hi, Lulu B. I'm not gonna give most people my number. You know?
no, I get that. I wouldn't either because who the fuck would trust? There's
Yeah,
very
I
few
mean my
people.
number. Shut up, Stacy Montana. Okay, nobody. Okay, because but where are you going after this?
I'm not saying because I was told by a scoper that there were people very interested in where I will tell you, but I'm expecting that you don't tell anyone else, and that's probably I just don't want you to say anything. But if
I'm not.
I haven't made let me put it this way, I haven't made a decision as to where I'm going yet.
Well, I know where
I
I'm
may
going.
not. I may just
I know
not
where I'm going.
because we're moving and I may just be too busy to be on a social media site. Like we're getting ready to move, so moving is you know how it's stressful. So
Yeah, yeah, I know how stressful that is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. I know what it's like. Well, I know where I'm going. You know.
you know where you're going. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I may.
and Stephen, you don't even have to you don't have to make that public. You don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah, I know where I'm going though. But I'll tell people like the last week of March where I'm going.
Yeah, you could do that. You could wait and do that. I mean, it's completely up to
Well, I
you.
told a couple of people already in Rose's broadcast today where I'm going. I told them where I'm going, right?
Mhm.
But I did tell them, but I'm not going to tell you now. I'll tell you on Snap. But
You can tell me
uh,
on Snap. Yeah, you can tell me privately. I mean, again, I just kind of feel like wherever anybody goes, that's kind of their own deal. And but the thing is, I was basically the girl that told me I don't know whether or not I would believe her now. She was saying, "Oh yeah, anywhere we go, we're going to be followed." Well, I don't know that to be the truth, so I just don't even
see, I just told Armo. I just told Big Armos where I'm going to be. Don't repeat what I said. All right. I just told Big Armo, but in the last week of March, I'll probably announce where I'll be. But I told people where I am going to be already, though. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and I think Stephen, a lot of people do like watching I mean, I know a lot of people that like watching your scopes and such, and I am sorry that you got when you went over to Discord, you got people saying, "Hey, look, she's a bitch, she's this, that, and the other," and
Oh, talking about you, saying shit about you.
yeah, oh
Listen,
yeah, but
Let me tell you something.
I knew it was
Katie,
gonna happen because it was Ghostly's crowd of people. So I mean, I figured anybody that goes over there.
have mercy on my soul. There is a. I'm sorry. Listen, Katie. You know what I? You know what I really like, Katie. Let me tell you something, Katie. Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, but it's nice to know you make out with Mojo. I like the fact that people are telling me that you're evil. You know, I like the fact that because knowing how beautiful you are, I could get a kick out of a chick that really is evil. And I don't mean Arna scandalous and evil, most definitely, with Braley not on the mic. I'm just talking about evil. Arna scandal, not just Arna scandalous and evil. I'm just talking about evil. I could dig a chick that's evil, you know?
I'm not evil, Steven.
But
You want to
I
see
never said you were evil, but people are putting shit in my head
well,
and they're getting me
you want to know
and
what's
everybody
really
on this app.
okay,
Listen, I don't know
Steven,
if people
I'm
listen,
going to tell you what's evil. Somebody
what
asking for your driver's license and then making
whoa,
it
whoa, okay,
public.
okay, let me tell you something. No,
That's
no, 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 no,
evil.
no, no. Okay, wait. Let me tell you that story, okay? Let me tell you that story,
I've
okay?
heard that story.
Yeah, but
That's evil.
listen. Okay, listen. I sent it to Stu, my friend Stu, okay? Because Stu said he wanted to shut these assholes up that were telling people that I don't have a driver's license. So
Stu
so
did you
so
a
what
misservice, my dear.
right? So then I sent it to Stu. You know Stu from here, right? I sent it to Stu in a text. Stu sent it to Maggie Simpson, right? The fake lawyer, right? Law
Oh
and fake
yeah.
order. I'm gonna call her Law and Fake Order Maggie. Law and Fake Order Maggie. So Law and Fake Order Maggie saw it, and I wanted to do it to shut Law and Fake Lawyer Maggie up because she said that I didn't have a license. Because Law and Fake Order Maggie doesn't think before she says, right? So then I asked Stu if she was gonna show it. Now Stu blanked shit off my license, so things would have been shown, right? So what happened was Law and Fake Lawyer Maggie went live, showed it, but showed the things, but everything was blanked off. Now, now listen to this. Listen to this. According to Yeti Spaghetti, Yeti said that if she would have showed my personal information, I would have the right to go to the police on her and file criminal charges. Because when you show somebody's personal information, like their social security or anything, that's a criminal. That's a crime.
You can't show, in terms of what I know legally, if it's a social security number or a driver's license, yeah, it's against the law.
And that is doxing. That's
Um,
very bad doxing.
are you Lulu, were you asking me a question? I didn't see your comment. If you want to ask me again, you can. I was just saying that I don't know if you were asking if Steven was listening or if I was listening,
But were you
but what I
listening? I
was
think
saying,
she was asking if you were
but
listening.
no, but Steven, you don't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And my parents were like, "Well, we're not going to go to police. We're not going to police."
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing, Stephen, is that this Stu individual, you don't remember, but Stu was in Lady Red's had a scope. Stu was in there, and then I was in there, and you were in there, and we both
Yeah, oh
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
yeah,
that. We had a
yeah,
huge chat
and
going on.
we told Stu, hey, look, you had no right to be sending that over to her because
Yeah,
she
but
didn't have a
yeah,
right to be asking for it. She doesn't need to know. And let me put it this way: this girl has wreaked so much havoc on people's lives on Periscope. For people to think that this is just some, this girl is just some, you're saying that I'm evil. I haven't had done half of the shit that this girl has done to people by looking up their
yeah. She's the
information,
one that's evil. She's got
outing
all their
them.
personal information. I
She
mean,
she has outed people's literal criminal records. She has sent people to the IRS, their information to the
damn.
IRS.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I mean, who is she? What makes her so special? Where she could have with people's personal shit. I mean, come on.
because people back this woman and think it's okay, and they think her actions are fine. They think that
Yeah,
that's
but you see. The thing is, Katie. Okay, somebody could say, "Well, who the fuck is this chick having my personal information?" And
she
that's the truth
shouldn't have
because
had your
people,
person. She should
yeah,
not have
people
had.
will get pissed
But
as hell. Yeah,
Stephen, listen to me. You and
I'm
I,
listening.
do you understand? Maggie called you and I too stupid to live. It's in a
Maggie
clip.
said that shit.
She said you and I were too stupid to live. She literally
Oh,
made that comment.
really? She fucking said that shit.
Yes.
And who?
Yeah,
Okay, and who the fuck is she?
I
No,
can send
I
you.
want to know who the fuck does this bitch think she is to tell us we're too stupid to live?
Yeah, she said we were too stupid to live. I can send you the fucking clip. She said we were too
Do
stupid.
that shit. Do that
And
shit. Send it on Snapchat.
yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
through
a fake lawyer. Yeah, anybody that calls himself a lawyer that's really not a lawyer would say shit like that.
yeah, I mean, this girl has wreaked so much havoc on Periscope, but
Well, you know
nobody.
what, Kate? Let me tell you
And
something.
then the most hilarious thing is she gets up on Don Lod's scope and starts crying about what's said about her in the scopes.
In the Perry Pro, yeah, I was watching that from Scope TV because Don Juan has me blocked because I was taking screenshots and sending them to God. And you know what? That's some fucked up shit right there, yo. Word is born. That's fucked up because, first of all, with all the goddamn screenshots that get taken in his fucking scopes, I get fucking blocked. That's total bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's complete and
Word is
utter bullshit. But
born,
no,
yo.
she can cry and she
I
told me
understand she was
people have hurt
upset. I
my
mean,
feelings.
yeah, 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 yeah. But listen,
But
they go on,
she's
go on.
walked the fuck over all of Periscope and she's done it. She's a wolf and I mean she is a sheep in wolf's clothing basically. I mean that's what I see
Yeah, I mean,
and my
yeah, 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 because you see, they talk shit about me too. They talk shit about my parents. I mean, I'm the one that gets harassed. I'm the one that gets stalked. I'm the victim of the stalking and the harassment. That's for sure, you know?
well, yeah, and I love it when people get called
Same thing.
stalkers.
Right, 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 right. Same
I'm
thing.
not a stalker. If you put your fucking scope up on Periscope, I'm not a stalker for watching it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Make
yeah,
it
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
private.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, who wants to watch shit from Periscope TV?
We the
I
people.
mean, yeah.
Okay.
I get blocked with all the screenshots that get taken in his scopes. I get blocked. I mean, I don't want issues with Don Lott. I don't want beef with Don Lott. I don't need any of that shit with him.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, it's just total bullshit.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, this is the thing. I don't really talk about Don Lott. I'm in his
Just like,
scopes.
yeah, just like this. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, here's another thing, right? Here's another thing. Okay, okay. The people that I have been on here close friends with, okay, besides Lulu, besides Tina Piazza, right? Okay, there's this one person that I'm always friends with, Kathy Barker, right? Okay, yeah, me and Kathy have had some arguments, right? But me and Kathy have had close friendships, and she lives in New Jersey too, right? Okay, um, Friday we made up. Okay, Friday we made up. I'm still blocked in Don Luck broadcast. Okay,
Well,
when
see,
life
and
was
what
tough,
I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get at the fact that a lot of people are giving this Maggie girl a pass, and then this is the thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
There
I
are
have to.
people
No,
here that
no,
get
no, no.
free
And
passes.
I want people to answer me this. Answer me this. If you were not in that scope, knowing exactly what's going on in that scope, why would you be crying about it?
Well, I mean,
You have to have known what was going to be in that scope because your fucking
yeah,
friends are
exactly.
running that scope, right? They're running
Exactly,
it.
exactly. Because you see what it is, okay? What it is, okay? What it is, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? The people, the ones that comment on those polls are those cowards that comment on troll accounts and talk their shit, and they're cowards that make comments on the
Oh,
Perry polls.
I don't think a lot of those people are trolls. I think those are people that you and I know that are just writing
Well,
in.
yeah, but
And
if they're gonna
honestly,
say
I
that
think
shit on a well, listen, Kate, listen, okay. I don't care if they talk shit, okay. If they want to say that shit, say it to me. Don't say it on the Perry post, and don't come in on a troll account.
well,
It is
I think that's how most people feel about it. But what's gonna happen is I actually watched some of the Perry polls, and I was like, some of these people have it spot on. Then once Periscope is gone, people are gonna have fucking meltdowns because this has been
uh-huh.
their reality for so
Me,
fucking
I'm
long.
not.
It's
I'm
like
not.
a damn
I'm
soap
not.
opera that they're not
I'm
gonna,
not.
it's gonna be very very difficult. And
I mean, Katie, let me tell you something, okay? My mom, I'm gonna say this straight up, and I'm gonna let everybody on this fucked up piece of shit out hear this, okay? My mom's a retired school teacher, and my mother is more smarter than Maggie will ever be. Word is born, yo. My mother is way smarter than Maggie because my mother is real. My mom's a real teacher. My mother would never lie about anything that the people on this app lie about. My mother is way smarter than Maggie, and my mom will be more smarter than Maggie will ever be. Maggie does
yeah,
not
you
really
don't
have
have to
any
be
knowledge.
mean. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing about Maggie is that she says very destructive things by getting into people's information,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm really not too happy about, and
Uh
the
huh.
fact that this
Yeah.
woman. Okay, listen to how fucked up this is. So
Go
when
on. Go on.
Donna and Robert Ghostly decided they were gonna dox me, um where was Maggie? She was in my beam trying to console me when this was happening, and now she's Ghostly's mod.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. That's some
Yeah,
crazy shit right there.
now she's Ghostly's
What up,
mod.
Yeti Spaghetti?
What's up, guys? Listen, I'm glad I'm happy to see somebody else talking about this woman other than me. Number one, number two, she's predatory. She looks up people's information.
She
Yeah.
does.
She doxes people. She preys on people who are at a disadvantage. She wants popularity and clout so she can go broadcast. She emotionally manipulates motherfuckers by fake crying. The bitch is dangerous. If you wonder why I flipped the fuck out on her like I did, it's because she's a danger to people around her.
Oh,
So
I
thank you for
agree.
scoping about it.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree that something
you should
is.
put her names in the title because it bothers the fuck out of her.
Mhm.
And you shouldn't. You should be able to rescope her scopes too, and just pick her apart and chop her into fucking pieces. Because I was effective in my my counter bully campaign against her, and I got her to react left, right, and center. I got her to react and respond to my scopes, my messages, my tactics, my techniques. Somebody needs to keep the heat up on her so she eventually either runs the fuck away or changes her behavior.
She's not going to change her behavior, Yeti. That's
I,
who
I,
she is.
I promise you, if I had more than 2 weeks left, I could change her behavior because she's very similar to Al. She's a similar creature to Al, but more dangerous, in my opinion.
Oh, I think
Yeti,
she's a
can I ask you a
lot more
question, man?
dangerous, and I think
Hey,
she
Yeti. Oh,
has the
sorry. Oh,
She's
capability.
talking.
She's
sorry, dude.
she is going to fuck up someone's life so badly that, I mean,
Do you
it's
know
not
whose
even.
life? You know whose life is going to suffer the worst? Hers,
Oh yeah. Well,
because
what
not only is she
reputable
just
law firm is going to want to take this woman
no,
in? That's what I'd
and
like
there's
to know.
not only that, but there's already enough information on her, and she's already pissed off enough people that anywhere she goes on the internet, they're going to follow her. Number one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Number two, her actions thus far on the internet are going to put her in a position to where not only are they going to be traceable, but they're going to be very easy to find. And listen, I don't think I honestly believe that she's autistic, and that's why she preys upon Steven,
Yeah?
and that's why she preys upon Jimmy Soroka. I wholeheartedly believe that
What does that mean, praise
she's
upon?
exhibiting self-hatred, and she is targeting people that are similar to her.
It's just projection. Yeah, it's
Now,
projection. That's what
yeah,
I
what does
think
that mean?
too.
Yo, Yeti, can I ask you a question, man? What does that mean, praise
What do
upon?
you what do you mean? Praise upon meaning is okay. Praise upon meaning exhibits predatory behavior against. A predator is the hunter, prey is the hunted. If a cat hunts a mouse, the cat's the predator, the mouse is the prey. So the stronger, more dangerous and purposefully dangerous person is the predator, and the victim is usually the prey. When you prey upon someone, you're victimizing them, and you're exhibiting predatory behavior in doing so.
But why would she be obsessed with me, man? I don't really care about her.
Because she's
Because you
gonna
have a
take.
similar problem, because you have a similar problem to her. She probably has the same problems you have in life, Stephen.
She just
Well,
doesn't make it
is she
public.
in love with me? Is she in love with me?
I
No,
highly doubt it.
no.
She's also very narcissistic and probably will not accept her problem. She's in denial about her diagnosis, and she also is narcissistic and thinks that she's better than people that are in the same boat as her.
Yeti,
It makes her
I
feel
was gonna
normal.
say the same thing. Very narcissistic, very into herself. Believes that she's smarter than all of Scope, and
Yep.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, but you just heard what I said before. Let me tell you something, Katie and Yeti. What I just said before is so true. My
Why
mother
so
is way
hostile though, Stephen?
listen.
Why so hostile?
Sorry. Well, listen. My mother is way smarter than her, and my mother will be smarter than Maggie will ever be.
But that
Maggie will
doesn't
never
even
be.
matter. That's not what we're
Right.
getting at. We're getting at the
And
I
fact
know,
that
but I'm
she
just
it's
can.
saying that as an example.
I don't see Maggie as smart at all, Stephen. I see
No,
through her.
she's not
Listen,
smart.
the dummies in the crowd might show up to her scopes and think she's smart because she speaks well, but She's not the only one who speaks well, and she's definitely not the only one who's intelligent on this app. There are some very smart people on this app. I
And
promise you.
I
Very
believe I'm
true.
smart. Too.
Very
I
true.
believe that. Well, let me tell you something. I believe I'm 95%
What's up?
smarter than most people on the app. I'm not saying I'm
Well,
above the average, but I'm not.
here's the deal, Steven. There's
What's up?
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being smart, but there is something wrong when you think you're smarter than people around you.
Well, yeah. I understand what you're saying, Eddie. I understand what you're saying, but still, I mean, they talk shit about me. I mean, it's them. I mean, listen, Yeti. When I go live, okay, listen to this. Okay, listen to this. When I go live, and those trolls say the most fucked up, weird shit that they do, when they talk about my mother, when they talk about my parents, the things that they say about my parents, it says more about them than it does about me,
Of course it
and that's the
does.
truth.
But every time you hit the button and go live and bitch and say somebody's talking about my parents, you're giving them exactly what they want.
Yeah,
They
like when
want
they
that.
talk about, yeah,
Yeah.
when they talk about my parents doing like personal shit, I'm like, they're the ones that are retarded. Even Gon said that they're the ones that are retarded, and they
Well,
call
Okay,
me
when
and
retarded.
listen, you're not retarded. You're not.
No,
The word retarded refers to mental retardation or Down syndrome
yeah,
or a chromosomal disorder. That's not you. And
no, it's not me.
when
It's them.
somebody
It's the
says
trolls. It's them.
that though, when somebody says that as an insult, it shouldn't even affect you because it's not you.
No, it's them. And I said it says more about them than it does about me. It proves that they're the ones that have the problem, not me.
absolutely.
You know, my biggest problem, Steven, is the fact that normal, mature adults will come on this app and watch what people do to you every day and not have the balls or the emotional fortitude or the morals or the values to stick up for you and say, hey, this is wrong. We need to help this guy and not target him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and like the
Yeah.
hypocrites, because they're all hypocrites. I mean, I have said things out of anger, and I have always stood up to my actions. Like here, when somebody here, okay, yeah, somebody wishes rape or death, or somebody wishes rape on somebody,
Can I be
it's
honest with
okay.
you, Steven? Can I
Yeah,
be normally normal people would, especially men or dominant, strong-willed, confident people. I shouldn't say especially men. I'm thinking in terms of my own sexuality. Normal people would be more willing to help you. Good people
uh-huh.
would be more willing to help you if you didn't fight back in the way that you did.
I, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but listen, Yeti. Okay, listen, okay. I always take up for my actions. I always take responsibility of myself. Hey, my
But
parents did not raise
Stephen,
me to act.
Stephen, this is the problem is that you have a pattern of what you'll do is you'll come up with this really weird lie and then you'll apologize for it and it's a repetitive pattern of going
Yeah, but
doing
I
it
just
over and
totally
over and
lose
over
it. But
again. And then
listen.
and but I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just saying you do apologize. I'll give you that. You do
Exactly,
apologize for
exactly.
it.
But
No,
But
no,
listen.
no, Steven. Steven doesn't apologize. Steven excuses. Steven
Yeah, but
Since we're being
excuses.
listen.
honest about Maggie, Steven, we're going to be honest about you
I
too.
know, I understand, but listen. Okay, I always take up for my actions. I mean, it's true. I mean, yeah, I get criticized for saying that when it's okay for others. It's okay for when that person came into my scope and said what they said about my mother. Yeah, okay, yeah, and that's okay. And the PPO's okay with that. Society's fucked up. That's the
But
thing.
Steven, listen to me. If I kept kicking somebody in the face and then
Yeah,
saying, you know what, I'm sorry about this, and then I did it the
yeah,
next week and I kicked them in the face and I said, I'm sorry about this, eventually people are going to get sick of it and they're going to be like, you
yeah.
know what, I don't want to hear this person anymore.
Eventually, once you kick someone in the face, hopefully they're going to punch you in yours.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. That's what
exactly. I
I'm
mean,
saying. Yeah.
I mean, like in the words of G War, doesn't Maggie see that people are sick of her? You know,
No,
sick
She
of
does. Listen, Maggie's feeling
you.
the heat. I promise you, Maggie's feeling the heat. And I didn't even put a lot of fucking heat on the bitch. Um, but and the purpose of what I did was to shock the fucking crowd a little bit, to throw a fucking wrench into the gears of the existing machine of support and recognition of Maggie. You
Yeah.
know, unfortunately, I have to show my ass. I have to yell. I have to say
Oh
mean
yeah, I hear
things.
you, man. I hear
I
you.
have to evoke a response from the audience in order to get the audience to move in another direction. And it makes me look like a fucking bag of ass and a piece of shit, much like you do, Steven. But I'm
Yeah.
doing it knowing the consequences coming at me.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, you get sucked into a little cycle.
Yeah, I can. I hear what you're saying. People on this app just need to smell their own shit. You know what I mean? That's what they need to do.
They never will, Stephen.
No.
So
Not
even
once ever.
so,
They
you're
never
saying
will. I promise you.
that even if they sit around the house, even if they sit around the house all day or sit in their offices as they're working, farting, they're still not going to smell their shit, right?
What do you mean by sell their shit?
I
Smell
think
their
he said
shit.
Smell
smell.
their shit. No,
Yeah.
no, they're never going to take responsibility or accountability because they look at this as fantasy. They don't see this as being real people. When you pop on the screen, Steven, you're no different than Hulk Hogan or fucking
Razor
Tony the
Ramon.
Tiger or a cartoon character. You're a character, not a person. That's the problem. They see you as a character that entertains them, not as a person living his life in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I,
And that's the sad thing.
like for an example. Okay, here's an example, man. Okay, here's an example. Okay, here's an example, Yeti. Okay, I did. Okay, I did my friend Katie a favor by going live and apologizing to Don Live. She could have
She's
done
not
me
your
a
friend.
favor,
Steven,
right?
she's not your friend.
What do you mean, Kathy Barker's not my friend?
Steven,
Yeah.
she's gone live on you. You've used her as a tool against people. She's used you as a tool for attention and recognition and numbers. She's not your friend, buddy. Hate to
Well,
say
yeah.
it.
Well, listen, dude.
And
You know Kathy
neither is
Barker
Rice
that well.
Krispie
Look,
Jojo.
Kathy Barker. Okay, listen. There's one thing that Greta said, or Greta, whatever her name is, that Kathy Barker is never really a happy person. She goes live. She talks about this one going after her.
All right.
This one talking about her
Steven,
family.
Steven,
All that
Steven,
other
Steven,
shit. And
Steven,
then
I
Steven,
mean,
Kathy
yeah,
Steven,
Barker
let's
threatens
not
me.
Steven,
bring Kathy Barker
Steven,
into this. I
What's up?
mean,
Steven. First of all, this is Stacy's scope, number one. And Stacy wants to talk about Maggie's
Oh,
I'm not
sorry.
Katie. I'm Kate.
effect.
Yeah, I'm Katie, not Stacy. But
I'm sorry, Katie. Katie.
it's okay.
Listen, I can't keep any of you motherfuckers straight. Steven,
Yeah,
I can keep
exactly. I
straight.
might look like a
Because
Stacy
I
then.
did know.
Steven,
I listen.
let me wait. Let me say
Come
something.
on.
Let
I
me
mean,
fucking say something.
Yeti. Me and Kathy Barker have always had a close friendship
Well,
together.
Okay.
this isn't about
No,
Kathy
not
Barker.
about her.
This is about the havoc that Maggie has wreaked all over Scope, and the fact that she's looked up people's information and people that she doesn't
She's
even
reported
fucking
people to
know.
authorities. She's looked up people's information. She's used the judge's
Yeah.
credentials. She's doxxed. She stalks. She's a predator. She's dangerous. She is an emotionally compromised person
Thank you.
with most likely with a diagnosis already, running around
Well,
Periscope
Yeti,
preying on people with other diagnoses.
did
God
you
damn.
hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? So when I was 2 months, I was new on Scope. Maggie comes into my beam and she starts consoling me about Robert Ghostly doxing my fucking information.
Yeah, she wanted information on Robert.
Now the bitch is a mod for Robert
Listen,
Ghostly.
forget about.
Yeah.
I
And
know
look what
she hated
That
Ghostly.
tells me everything I need to know about
Right.
Maggie.
She tried to use you. She tried to use you, and then she buttered up to the person she was trying to get you to shit talk. That happens on Periscope every single day.
Yeah,
And let me tell you something. Maggie is working on behalf of other people.
oh, she is.
Maggie is being advised as a brand new person on Periscope. She don't know the game. She don't know the streets. She can't get from one end to the other. A handful of people are using her as a useful tool, as a tool. People are using her to get at other fucking people.
Oh yeah.
And you're one of them. You're
Oh, I
one of
know
them,
I'm one of
Steven.
them. Yeah, no, I've been
No,
one of them for a
and
long time.
Stacy is one of, or I'm sorry, Stacy elevated, right?
But wait. What is she trying to do to me, Mac?
Do you remember fighting with Stormy and talking about her daughter?
Yeah. That was out of anger. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
And
I remember when
if
she got upset
Stormy
wanted to have the cops come after.
if Stormy and Maggie are friends,
Yeah,
who do
Stormy
you think
fucking hates me too, so
who do
she can
you
fuck off.
who do you think is pulling fucking Maggie's strings? Is
Shut
it
up, Jeff.
Stormy and Jeff and some of those idiots?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I remember
people.
when. Yeah, I remember when
So they're
Shut Up Jeff.
using, listen, Matt. So Steven, the same way people are using you on the app, they're
Hater.
now using Maggie in the same fucking way.
But who would you? But let me ask you a question, Yeti. Who would use me? For what? Why would my friend Kathy Barker use me for numbers, when she's got other shit she has to worry about.
Steven,
She could have
Steven,
told
Steven,
Donald to
Steven,
fucking
Steven.
unblock me.
First
After
of
I
all,
fixed
calm
every
down. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
Calm down. Calm down.
You know, if I have to, I will sue Don Lock.
You
Steven,
can't
just
sue Don Lodge.
yeah.
You can't. And now that you
Unfortunately,
said his
I don't
name, you're
want
going to be
beef with
blocked for
Don
another
Lock. I
fucking
don't want
day.
beef with Don Lock. I mean, Katie Barker was always the closest friend I ever had. I mean, and Katie Barker has doxed people. She has done it, but
So
she
then
only
why be
doxes
friends?
people
Why
that
be
she
friends with
believes
somebody
that
like
deserve
that?
to be doxed.
Why
And
be
we're talking
friends?
about Facebook people. That's one of the things that I'm noted for, being friends with the Facebook people, and they're just as vile and crazy as most people on this.
Steven, you're known for chaos. You're known for chaos. The minute you pop up in a beam, it gets rowdy and crazy, and the numbers go up by 40
Because
or
I have that
50. The same thing
notification
with
on.
me.
Because I like to
Steven,
bring numbers and other
Steven,
shows.
listen to me.
Yeah.
You are as, if not more, powerful than I am on the app, and I've been here from the beginning, and I've earned all my clout. But for some reason, you are just as controversial and attention getting as I am. If I pop in a beam, the numbers go up. If you pop in a beam, the numbers go up.
Because we had that notification
Listen,
on about the numbers.
there's value there.
there is
And
value there.
you
There
need
is
to
value
see the
there.
value there.
Yeah.
People use you to put more people in their room.
It's called
And all they got to
spam.
do is hit a
But the thing is,
button.
okay, listen. Okay, not everybody had. There are people that did put their names in my that put my name in their title, and I always accuse them of using me for clout. Okay, but when Katie Barker put my name in her title, Katie never really cared about numbers. She just goes live and says "fuck the numbers" because she wants to. Her numbers don't really matter to her. She just goes live and talks about what she wants to talk about, or goes live and listens to music. But I'm telling you, you know? I mean, and then Katie Barker posts this shit. Oh, shut up. Yeah, then she goes live and shows the text conversations that me and her had, which she should have not have done. You know? Just like the thing about me hiring her to dox people. I said we should have talked about that off scope. I mean, she has doxed people, but I do apologize for using her as a weapon. No, I guess
Maggie, hey Steven, Maggie
the thing is
doxed
dead.
you.
Yeah, but
Maggie,
This is the
yeah.
thing.
you're busy
Steven,
talking about Kathy Barker who doxes other people, yet Maggie doxed you, and you keep deferring back to Kathy Barker.
yeah, you keep talking about Kathy Barker when we're trying to focus on Maggie and the fact that she's Steven, I was trying to tell you, she
She's
said we are
dangerous.
too stupid to live. It literally came out of her mouth. She
And do
said
you know why she said that? Wait, do you know why she said that? Because somebody has said it to her at some point, and it hurt her emotionally, and she's now trying to hurt you too emotionally.
exactly. Well, yeah, and I mean, I get that. I get it. I don't even fucking care. I mean, she can say whatever she wants about me. She's had it in for me about I think it was about 4 months after I got onto Scope, and I was
So
like,
if I
fuck her.
so
I
if
don't
I
care.
went live, listen, if I went live and I said, oh, so I know for a fact, hey, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have Kathy do anything. But if I said to Maggie, oh Maggie, I'm
Done
going
with
to write
Kathy.
Kathy Barker,
Listen,
dox you for doxing me.
listen.
That will only make shit even worse.
Steven, if you can't stay focused on the topic of this scope, I would drop you from the fucking beam. We ain't here to talk about Kathy Barker.
Now, according to linebacker,
Step aside, Steven.
Maggie did dox Steven. She put a picture of his fucking life.
My friend up like that, but that was just using her as a
And Mock is protecting Maggie. Ask Mock why she's protecting a predator who preys on emotionally challenged
what are you
people
doing,
on
Daddy?
Periscope.
What are you doing?
I'm raising awareness on the predatory nature of this woman.
Shut
up! Shut up, you fucking worm! Let me fucking speak.
No, you're not going to raise your voice at me, you little piece
Please
of
drop,
shit.
Gio.
Let's raise voices, yeah.
Please drop, Gio. Fuck you, you fucking worm.
I just don't want screaming. I don't want to hear. I'm getting a headache anyways. I don't want to hear screaming.
So am I. And Gio is protecting Maggie too. Ask Gio who has his own diagnosis.
Because they go,
ask Gio who has his own diagnosis why he's protecting a woman who goes after
let me
people
tell you something,
who
Katie.
have been diagnosed.
Katie, can I explain something to you, Katie? Let me tell you something, Katie. You are part of Novacchio, right? right? You're part of the Vacchio army, right, Katie? Right?
Steven, I have always been friendly with you. We have
Yeah,
always
yeah,
been
you're
friendly.
part of
That
the
can I
Vacchio
just
army.
point? Let
But
me
let me
point
tell you
something
something,
out,
Katie.
Steven. The
Yeah,
fact that you need an army, the fact that you're clicking up with other people, the fact that you need to build alliances makes you no different than Maggie. That's exactly the
I
advantage that
understand,
Maggie
but
has
listen,
over
Katie,
you.
Yeah,
I
Katie,
have
I mean,
operated I have operated by myself completely on this app the entire time I've
hold
been
on,
here.
Gio. I will in a minute, man.
I never needed an entourage or a group of people to stand behind me. I've stood behind
I
myself.
understand. I'm a one man wrecking crew myself. But listen, Katie, can I explain something to you
Why do
about
you need
yourself
an
here?
army?
Well, somebody came up with the idea of the Vacchio army. But listen, Katie, let me tell you something, okay? Yeah, you are part of the Vacchio army. And let me tell you something, Katie. There's one thing I said about me and Fly Girl, okay?
let's
Katie,
not
we're
bring
like the
Fly Girl or Lulubi or
okay,
any of
listen,
these people
Katie.
in here because
Katie, we're like the Vacchio army is like the Flipmo squad. I'm Buster Rhymes, you're Rod Digger. How about that? We're like the Flipmo squad. You know
You and
what I'm
I'll get you
saying?
dumped from each fucking one of them. Watch me.
How do you like that, Katie? We're like the Flipmo squad. I'm Buster Rhymes and you're Rod
oh
Digger.
my god.
You
Hey,
know we
Mock,
beat the
Mock,
ultimate. Hey,
I
you
don't need
know
to
we
lie.
beat the ultimate. We fucking
Mock,
with some other shit.
I don't need to lie. That's you. I can get by on the truth. I don't need to fucking make shit up.
You know
That's what
we
you
beat the
do.
ultimate. We fucking with some other shit. I know
Wait,
music.
no,
And
my
quite
brain
honestly,
is Tita, you're correct. My brain is
I'm
gonna
probably one
explode.
of the people. I'm probably one of the only people that's been as honest with Steven as possible. And you guys see it happen every
Yeah,
day.
but others care about me too, man. Word is born,
Yeah,
yo.
Mike,
Like,
I
listen
hear
Yeah,
to
but
my
you
parents.
don't listen. It doesn't matter how much other people care about you, Steven, because you don't listen to the people who do care about you, and you keep putting yourself back on the merry-go-round.
you're making me laugh.
The same cycle of attention-seeking behavior is not only turning you into a victim, it's getting you doxxed. Yeah, big deal.
No,
It gets you a
I
couple
did
of
not.
titty
Yeah, but
pics
I
here
did
and
not do
there.
anything to make me get doxxed, man. I did not do anything.
I just have at this point,
Gio, I
three people
promise you,
yelling was enough for me.
Gio,
I
the
just
last guy you ever want to say game on to is me. Go ask your
Oh,
girlfriend. Go ask your girlfriend. And you're not even on my list, buddy. You're listen, you're like a little mosquito or a gnat flying out there, and I'll just swipe at you. I don't even need to look at you. I promise. I promise.
yeah.
I have shit to do while I'm here.
I'm listening to this.
Helping
I'm reading
Steven
the
out.
comments.
Helping Steven out never was on my list, but it's something I decided to do. That's something that I took on myself. But it's very
Okay,
difficult,
guys,
Steven.
I'm gonna drop because I'm getting tired. But I think
yeah, you take care.
everybody's
All
been
right,
able to
Steven,
say
come into
what they
my
want to
beam.
say. Thank you,
Here.
Yeti. Thank you,
Before you
Steven. And
before you end, thank you for hosting us. But Steven, I'm gonna go live. I want you to come into my beam.
yeah,
Please.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Listen, thank you for having balls, and thank you for standing up to somebody who's popular, and thank you for taking the risks involved with that. I don't care what people say about you. It's your actions that matter, and what you did here today was positive and a benefit to the overall group. You are doing the greater good, in my opinion, by talking about your experiences with this woman and what she's done to you.
Yeah, she's done a lot of shit. Well, thank you, Yeti. I appreciate it, and you take care, dear.
All right,
All
you
right,
too.
bye. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I want you to know I was reading comments. It's just my brain right now. I'm so tired and I'm about to go take a nap. So, anyways, I just wanted to say just all of the yelling was getting to me after a while. No offense to anyone, no offense to Geo, no offense to anyone else. It's just all the yelling was like it was just overwhelming. So, anyways, everybody have a good afternoon. Take care. And I just wanted again to say that this woman has made my life a living fucking hell and has been quite rude. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And yeah, I know, Mock. I heard. I mean, I was listening to. I was reading the comments. I heard everything everybody said. So it's not like I wasn't paying attention. So um, again, Mock, it's kind of like I agree with what he's saying on what she's done to be destructive. That's what I'm talking about. And the stuff that I mean, you have to understand, she's personally come after me for reasons completely unknown. I didn't know that he doxed him. Really sorry about that. And as I've stated, like I don't believe. Let me let you up.
Hey,
Hey.
Katie. I understand about Maggie. I'm not a fan of Maggie's. Anybody can tell you that. She's done some, pretty shady things the moment that she came on the app. But he's lying when he says that she doxed Steven. She did not dox Steven. I don't like what she did, but it wasn't a dox. But Yeti doxed my employer name. Everybody in here, almost everybody in here, can attest to it. He literally said my employer name over and over and over and over and over again
And I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
while
I don't believe
while I was on
anybody.
vacation at CookieCon. He got on here and told everybody I was going to be arrested at DCA when I came off the plane. The guy's fucking dangerous. He's a fucking scumbag liar, and he's using you because he doesn't like Maggie. I get it. I'm not a fan of Maggie's, but I wouldn't exploit you and use you. He's acting nice and everything, but he's fucking lying. He's a liar. He's a scumbag. He's one of the worst hated people on this app. That's the truth. He got in the middle of my family for months. Now, it's not all his fault. My daughter admittedly reached out to him, but he could have said, you know what, this doesn't feel right. I don't.
Businesses or get into anything like that. So I'm really sorry to hear that. I
No,
really,
I
really am
understand.
sorry.
It's just there's kind of a pattern, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but there's kind of a pattern on this app where, if somebody doesn't like somebody and they're scoping about them, all the other people that hate them come in
Come in
and they spout out. And that's what he
yeah.
does. And you saw he couldn't even handle being on the beam with Geo. He literally could not handle it. And he asked for Geo to be removed. This is the kind of stuff he does all the time. He literally he wants to be on that beam spouting off or talking over everybody, or he's such a pussy. He's like, remove them from the beam. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was three people screaming, and that's why I was like, I can't hear this. I have a headache.
Well,
So,
that's what he does. You saw him. He got triggered. He couldn't handle Geo on the beam. And he just, started spouting off. But just all I'm saying is be careful. I know you're smart. I get it. And I know you don't like Maggie. And again, I'm not a fan of Maggie's either, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell bold faced lies about her. She's done some stuff, and there's enough truth out there as to the stuff that she's done when she first came on the app. And I hate that she, scopes Jimmy Soroka and pokes at him all the time. I've been vocal about that, but it's not fair to lie and say she doxed Steven. She didn't dox him. She showed his driver's license, but all the information was blacked out except for his picture and his name,
yeah,
and
that was
that's
my
not a
understanding
dox.
too. My understanding too. I just didn't understand why she needed the license. That was my only
Well, and
thing.
that I think that has she didn't ask for it. That was the whole thing that went around about that. That was more Stu. Stu got involved in that,
Yeah,
and
that
Stu
was the
felt
two guys.
that he
Yeah,
needed to show proof to Maggie.
exactly.
That whole thing was
It
ridiculous
was
and
really ridiculous.
unnecessary.
Yeah, completely unnecessary. I
But
agree.
this is what he does. He lie. That's a bold faced lie to say that Maggie doxed Stephen. You got to stick to the truth. Otherwise, people question everything that comes out of your mouth. And that's the problem now is the guy, you know, Yeti's lied so much that he has no receipts. He just pulls the shit out of his ass and throws it out there as the truth. And he does nothing to back it up. And then people, who don't happen to not like the person he's talking about believe it. It's really fucking sad. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel kind of. My whole thing was like, I just wanted to talk about the stuff that she had done personally to me. I wasn't really getting into. I didn't want to turn it into a shit show, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
guess it
even know
was.
what she did to you.
Oh,
I hope,
she's done a lot of stuff. She targeted me about 4 months after I got on the scope, thinking that I don't know if you remember this, but she thought that I was your little project and she was Stormy's project.
Oh yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah, and then
I got a lot of shit and for being in your scope. I do remember all that. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like full force. Like I'm gonna come after her. I'm gonna fuck with her. In every scope I went in, she fucked with me. I mean, it was pretty bad. So I mean,
So if you don't mind me asking, what brought it up now? Is it just did something happen or were you just
oh yeah. Well, what really got to me was So 2 months, I'm 2 months in, right? She comes and consoles me because Robert Ghostly is about to dox me. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This shouldn't be happening to you. This guy shouldn't be doing this." And then lo and behold, now she is one of Ghostly's mods. And so I'm thinking,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what fucking pissed me. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Really?
Yeah,
Um
I'm not surprised.
yeah. So that just kind of shows me what her character is like, and I was not too happy. I was just kind of like, wow, I can't.
Yeah, and I remember all the stuff with Ghostly. He was totally directly involved in all the info that was given to Donna, all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff that came up.
yeah,
And
he
that's
did
kind of
it.
what I tried to point out when he first came on, on the scene with this whole Discord trying to change his reputation. I mean, me and a few other people were like, is this really happening? Do you guys not remember this guy's reputation and what he's done? Why would you want to be associated with anything that he's associated with?
I don't get it either. I really don't. And I was saying, even if I don't care that he banned me, but I mean, even if the banning hadn't happened, I wouldn't have gone onto that Discord just because I feel like the guy's a troll and he doxed me. So what would be the purpose? So it's just,
Yeah. He's shown
yeah,
his colors even after he's tried to be Mr. Nice Guy about the Discord server. I think people have kind of seen uh what he's all about. And people are choosing to stay over there. Why they think they can go from this app that got used this used to be a nice app too, where people could share parts of their life and there were no repercussions, and then it just got ugly. And so
hmm
I don't know why the same people think they can go over to Discord and, oh, it's unicorns, rainbows and unicorns over here, and everybody loves each other and they're sharing their personal life and their problems. Well, that's all wonderful now, but it's not going to be like that always, especially because it's the same fucking people.
Exactly. Exactly. How are you going to change the same people? I don't get that either. That went through my head too, and I was thinking, and also when Periscope is gone, what the fuck are they going to talk about? I mean, I just don't really get it. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Exactly.
So
So,
yeah, but anyways, thank you, Mock. I'm going to take
well,
off
just be
and
careful with Yeti. I mean, I'm certainly not, I don't tell people, who they can have up in their beam. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell people, let them, make them drop and whatever, but just be careful with him because, I have an extensive personal experience with this guy. And it's not pretty. And the level of involvement that he had in my family is sick. It's gross. Even if my daughter was pissed at the time and reached out to him, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say people reached out to her, because it was the other way around. She was pissed. She reached out to my enemies. She knew what she was doing, but a decent person would have been like, I'm not getting involved in this. This is,
family
relationship
stuff.
between a
Yeah.
mother and a daughter is
Yeah.
sacred. You need to go fix things with your mom. But that's not what he and a few others did, unfortunately. So,
Yeah, I wasn't here during that time period, but I'm sorry to hear about this. And I, like I said, I'm sorry.
oh,
So
no, I mean, it's all, everything's been, everything's better now. And
resolved.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything's all resolved. I mean, if anybody like him and others thought that they were going to keep a daughter and grandkids from me forever and keep a wedge between us, that's just crazy talk.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. It's family. So yeah, no, I know what you're saying. So
so anyway, just be careful. That's
I
all I'll say. I mean,
will.
I've
Sure.
I warned you when you first came on the app. Just be really careful.
Yeah, I will. And it's almost gone anyway. So it's like I don't really give a
Yeah,
fuck at this point. So all right, well
exactly.
take care.
All
Have
right.
a good night.
All
Okay.
right.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye.